Hey everyone, welcome back to another session with me. This is Sanyukta Saxena. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher and we will be furthering our series on tangles by CZTs. In this session also, we have already learned a couple of new tangles, many new tangles. Thank you for all your feedback, suggestions. I really appreciate that. So let's get going. We'll learn two more new tangles today. The first tangle that we are going to learn is called Intwine. Yeah, it is by CZT Alina Hadzi. I'm not sure if I'm correctly pronouncing it. CZT Alina. Yeah. So Intwine starts with these rice shapes, a very common shape used in Zentangle. So I'm going to draw it in a straight line, but you can draw it in any way. Yeah, so that's not a constraint for this tangle. So once you have drawn a couple of them in pairs, then you just have to connect them like this, top to bottom. So retrace a part of that, it will give you that much required flow to connect. So once you are done with that, now the simple step is to bring one more and connect it here. Start from here and connect it to the first one. Yeah, something like the tangle neck. That's one more tangle. Yeah, so that was one side. Now I'm going to rotate and do the same on the other side. Like this. Yeah. Tangle Intwine by CZT Elena. That's how the tangle goes. Yeah, looks like a tangulation of the tangle neck, original tangle neck. Now again, it's a good idea to shade at these places where lines seem to be going over, under, and you can also shade under these lines. Right, so shading again depends on how you have used the tangle, where you have used the tangle. So accordingly, but shading this tangle again gives it that required look, which may not be very explicit after just drawing the tangle. Yeah. So again, one of those tangles which show more after shading. Yeah, tangle Intwine. The second tangle that we are going to be learning today is called toodles. Yeah, it is a tangle by CZT Tangle Work. She is known by the name Tangle Work. It is an extension of the tangle toodles, right? So what I'm going to do is start first with some nice fescue shapes. Yeah. All right. Something like this. Add a few more auras on both sides and then add my toodles like this. Yeah, looks lovely. That's toodles. Yeah, it's kind of like toodles, extension of toodles, a beautiful extension. So I'm again going to show you. I drew a fescue. I've auraed it just like we do for mocha. Fescues, mochas, they are very close. They have lot of things in common. You can call it a mocha, you can call it a fescue. I'm going to add 2 layers of aura and then add the stem and then add the leaf. If you want, you can add these fescues here also. It will add to the look of this tangle. Yeah. So let's use these two tangles. So let's start with today's style. So I have my Zendala in front of me, and as we always do, start with a border with a sense of gratitude, appreciation, be thankful, be aware. Yeah, and we take some few deep breaths and then start with your tile. So probably we will add entwine as a border. Yeah, so let's see. I'm going to probably place my entwine inside this section. Yeah, so I'm just adding a rough string, another orb inside. Yeah, so let's get started. So I'm going to start with adding these nice rice shapes first. So take your time, slowly do that exercise. As you can see here, this is not a straight line, this is in circle. Yeah, so as I mentioned, once you know the tangle, you can place it anywhere. Space is not a constraint. You can maneuver, you can manipulate the shape. So take your time and slowly add the nice rice shapes. Yeah, almost done there. Yeah, so once you're done with that, now comes connecting. So if you think the shapes are not proper, you can just give a slight touch there at the time of connecting. Take your time, slowly do the first layer of connection. Yeah, so I'm going to continue like this slowly. If the shapes are too small, you can always add so that they are prominent enough. Almost done. And the last one there. Yeah, so that's the first layer of connection. Now starting with the second. So I'm going to start, let's see, like this. Again, you may have to take your time, slowly. Yeah, that's the first layer of connection. Moving on to the next. So I'll start from the inside now. So yeah, Same process to be repeated. So initially you may find it a little confusing, but it's a simple tangle to draw. 1 or 2 times if you draw it, you will get a knack of it. So take your time, don't haste up. So I'm almost done there. Yeah, that's the tangle Intwine. Now I'm going to add an aura inside, so whatever I do inside doesn't mess up with my Intwine. Slowly add a close aura. Yeah. Now inside space we have learned one more tangle, so let's see how do we want to draw it. So let's first draw the tangle and then we can fill up the rest of the space with whatever we want. So I'm going to add a nice fescue shape as I showed to you, and then alright, right, bring it down, again add one more, alright, bring it down, add a few more auras. You can add 2, 3, and then add a small stem, and then add your toodles. If you want, you can add few delicate fescues here also. Yeah, looks nice. Now this space you can always add some hollis if you feel like, or you can leave it the way it is, entirely up to you. Yeah, so I'm adding some bit of hollis there. Again going with the next one, so let's add one more, probably from this side now. So some bit of drawing behind there always adds to the look. Yeah, again I'm going to add probably one more, so we can add 4 of them. Yeah, add some bit of hollis again. Not really thinking how, where, what, just going with the spaces. Adding the third one now, toodles. Again drawing behind. The third one there. Take your time. You can place it any which ways you feel like. This is just a suggestion. And the fourth one there. some bit of hollis freely flowing here and there. Right, so we have added our tangles. Now the rest of the space is entirely up to you. How do you want to use that space? Yeah, so we have these nice V shapes there. Let's add some bit of moons. Yeah, so just going with the spaces I have, not drawing the entire auras also. Something like this. Yeah, again I have some spaces here. So just going to add some hidden auras. Like this. Again the third place. Take your time. Choose tangles that come to you easily. Your go-to tangles. Once you have drawn the main tangles that you learned for the day, the rest of the tangles you can choose as per your liking. Yeah, so done with that. Now let us see what else do we want to add. So we need to add some bit of drama factor there. So let's see. We'll add some black pearls first. Yeah, so I've added those pearls, and now I'm adding a little bit of weight inside the hollis, the curve of the hollis. A little extra ink there. Yeah. So let us start to shade first, and then we'll see if we want to add something more. Yeah. So again, as I showed you, shading the entwine. The other side, the same joint where there seems to be overlap. Right? Now if you want to create a tangulation, you can always convert these lines into double lines also, right? Running straight from here, or you can add something in between also. So let's keep it like this, and we'll see if we want to do that. Let's shade first. Yeah, so I'm going to first blend this graphite. Slowly take your time. Go to each. Other side. Yeah. So I'm almost done with my shading, blending the in between line, connecting the rice shapes. Yeah, so that's how our entwine looks like. So now I'm going to add some thick graphite inside and not go into shading the inner tangles individually. I'm sorry. Yeah. So just add some thick graphite inside. And now blend it. Take your time. Pull the graphite from the edges towards the center. Soften the graphite. Blend it. Even it out. Soft circular strokes. So if you are new to my channel or you are new to Zentangle, do refer to my courses on Udemy on Zentangle basics. And there are few more courses that I have uploaded relating to Zentangle on Udemy. So you can have a look. You can buy the courses online if you want to learn the basics of Zentangle before you learn the tangles. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I think we don't need to blend more. If you want to add a little bit of drama there, then you can always ink one of the petals. And it will instantly add to the look of your tangle. But these things are optional. If you feel like, you can do it. If you think that drama is missing, yeah. And the last one here. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so let's close our tile here. I'm going to put in my chalk. If you want, you can add something to the entwine. For example, something coming out of here. Yeah, things like these small petal shapes. wisteria, your choice. Yeah, just giving an idea. These fine small tentacle kind of things protruding out like this. Yeah, so that will add to the look of your tangle. So I'm not going to add more. I'm just going to put in my chop, sign and date. And I shall see you again with some more new tangles. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.